Regarding this new Barbie film, and falling back on earlier comments I posed with the initial teaser trailer, I've been awaiting further developments in order to construct a more informed gauge on its success prospects. Because with Barbie, I just don't know. I would say it sits currently between potential success and niche, leaning more towards the niche side. And it's not to be, again, disrespectful to the film going in, but I just don't know what the pull is going to be with this movie generally, given some of the factors. But I'll be fair, there are points of strength, and I'm sure Warner Brothers would love a viable picture. I mean, we're all familiarized with the acquisition they're in the midst of, but that's kind of thrown everything asunder, and perhaps, to be fair, there are a couple IPs they carry that are emerging in strength, or they've proven to be a success. There's others, let's say, for example, DC, that are in a bit of a toss-up state. We really don't know, what that's going to look like in the future. I don't know. Acquisitions might be crazy. We can all agree that what we've seen in the midst of Warner Bros. Right now has appeared to be a bit chaotic. I'm sure if it likes success. I don't know if Barbie's going to deliver that. But I see, like I was saying, points of strength based on not just the teaser trailer, but in regards to the entirety of the movie. This thing is loaded with cast members of familiarized talents, many of which I'm forgetting about by name at the moment, I'm sure. But people in this movie that have, posed an immediate pull for me. Simu Liu, I like him. Just to pick out a couple names. Ryan Gosling, immediate draw. And as somebody I'll get into this more in a minute, because I was going to say, this film has a very specific pull in the audience it's going to appeal to, and I do imagine it's going to be more of a predominantly dense female audience. Probably not as many guys. I grew up a Lego kid, so for me, I wasn't playing with the Barbie toys. I'm sure many can relate, even though there's probably other toys we could cite, like G.I. Joes and stuff like that. I didn't grow up with those. Again, like I said, Lego kid over here. Ryan Gosling, though, big casting draw for me. Man, that immediately pulls me in just on that attribution alone. Margot Robbie, I like her. I know she's been spoken of maybe in some negative regard to the other films she's been in. Babylon and Amsterdam very recently. I haven't consulted Babylon yet, but I like her from what I've seen her in. I think Margot Robbie's a charming talent. I welcome the opportunity to watch her, even if maybe the film turns out to not be the best. I'll be open to it in that respect. And Barbie's very nostalgic, at least in appearance. I mean, you consider that first teaser trailer, it's a very pink movie, but the toys appear to be very faithfully portrayed. I would imagine, like I said, among female viewers, who I think this is going to have a very strict pull with, you're going to have a rewind experience where they can look back and be like, oh, these are the toys that I grew up with, right? Potential points of efficacy, and Greta Gerwig has good regard based on some of her other filming ventures, though I've not watched either Lady Bird or Little Women. I know they're spoken of positively in different respects, and her name carries, I think, some presence in a potential hopeful vision. I just don't know, again, basing on recent chatter among audience member pools, less the Hollywood space. I've heard some commentary. Minimally, I tend to pay more attention to the former entity, or entities, I guess. It's a bit of a mixture of opinion. That first teaser trailer, I don't know how much drive it had specifically, but for me, it came across a bit weird. Like, this is definitely trying to appeal more to an awards audience, and that's limited in comparison to larger commercial major film fare. This might float over because, again, like I said, the nostalgic factor and the casting attributions, but I just don't know the pull this movie has. Especially since this is going to be skewing, from my understanding, more towards the adult audience, given that awards sophistication and supposedly its commentary. I wasn't able to cite this, but I have heard chatter on the internet in different places about this being, from what we know presently, about like a gender roles commentary. I don't know how much pull that's going to have, again, like I said, with a major audience. And because this film seems so sophisticated in its vision, it loses some of that nostalgic charm, I would imagine, where you could have a film that, looking at the way that, again, like I said, the toys were constructed in the original trailer, or at least what you could see of it in Barbieville or whatever, I wouldn't know. I could see potential for it being like a big brand, but then again, you limit the audience with the type of story you're telling, potentially. I mean, that could change, there could be reshoots, I don't know. That's just what I've heard presently. So I'd say it sits, like I said, in a interesting space. I just don't know what to expect in regards to the final efficacy of Barbie. And plus, again, that first teaser was more of a clip in part. This is a bit longer, I believe, about a minute and 45 seconds. Hopefully it offers more in the way of vision for Barbie to, again, better construct an idea of it. Because the first trailer, again, was very limited. Let's take a look at it, though. Let's see. And it's, well, you're going to have a bit of like a Barbie bonanza. I mean, maybe that could be charming for some, like, hey, like I said, with the nostalgic factor. Multiple Kens, multiple Barbies, it's going to be interesting. I mean, I'm I don't know. Let's gauge it together. The second teaser trailer. That's kind of cute. The slippers. Maybe that's Barbie attire. The feather boas are very cute. At least on the tips.
Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken.
Hi, Ken.
This is gonna be a bit weird. I mean, okay, it's a charming display.
Why?
Because we're girlfriend-boyfriend.
To do what?
I'm actually not sure.
I don't know.
Let's do this.
Like I said, loaded with names.
What are you doing here?
I'm coming with you.
Did you bring your rollerblades?
I literally go nowhere without them. Oh, looks like this beach was a little too much beach for you, Ken.
If I wasn't severely injured, I would beat you off right now, Ken.
I'll beach off with you any day, Ken.
Anyone who wants to beach him off has to beach me off first.
I will beach both of you off at the same time.
Beat both of
Everybody's glistening. A lot more than usual from every cinematic fair I've seen. Like, they've glossed everybody up. I keep an open door. I have broad tastes, especially in the cinematic space, even though, like I said, I didn't grow up with the Barbie toys. So for me, it doesn't have as much appeal on the nostalgic factor, but the display of it is charming. Here's another question. Is this like a cinematic movie or is this a streaming film? Again, with the name talent, it comes off like, again, like a theatrical summer romp, but I see potential, again, if that's true with the chatter about the gender roles commentary, I see that playing out at least in this one scene. Maybe I'm digging for it a bit, but I mean, I see it playing out. So I think there is some validity, again, to that. And I just don't know how broad of an appeal that's going to have, especially among, cinematic viewers, again, if you look at box office figures, there are some pictures that have done very well. I mean, let's say, for example, Joker. Joker delivered financially. It was an exquisite film. I loved the experience. I wish I'd seen that one in theaters. I didn't. I regret that I was misguided by the media and the articles that kept coming out on that one and being like, all the chaos is going to be surrounding the Joker movie. I really wish I'd seen it because half of it wasn't even true. And the experience, I'm not going to go on a Joker tangent, but that film was viable, right? And Joaquin Phoenix, deservedly so, got Oscar recognition for that role. His performance was exquisite, right? So there are deviation points, but set norms are that a lot of audience members don't tend to see the films that make it to the Oscars or some of the other award shows. They tend to have a bit of a limited financial debut. Maybe they do well in streaming later, but they just don't have the drive that some other larger commercial fare does, right? By comparison to your larger brand franchises, bigger IPs, maybe some smaller projects as well, seemingly. They just don't have that same capability in execution. So I just don't know what the drive is, again, for, like I said, a commentary-centered Barbie, where it could just be instead a nostalgic romp, and that could be a little more fun. Because the trailer, for me, has great presence. Barbie, whatever this... Oh, yeah, Barbie Land. Yeah, that really is cute. What is this, like a gated community? What, like, is this like the WandaVision force field or something, just the Barbie version? I don't know. what I'm watching seems fun, but I look again at the scope of the story, and from what I'm understanding of it, from what I've heard, and I'm just like, I don't know how much drive this film has. If this were... When does this film come out again? Like June, I think? July 21st. If this were just some Barbie bonanza with multiple Kens, multiple Barbies, like a fun, like boy meets girl type story. And there's great chemistry, by the way, between Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie. I will acknowledge that. They're phenomenal together. And Ryan Gosling, like I said, immediate draw. Simu Liu as well, even though, again, like I said, everybody's just glistening with Barbie. Like, it's probably tons of makeup, but, hey, in other photos I've seen, other places, everybody looks pretty nice. But everybody's just glistening for this trailer. It's fabulous to me. They almost look like plastic toys. They don't... Not to be mean in any way. I see what Barbie could be versus what I heard it is, and I just see this limited. It's weird. It's like this contradiction, right, of expectations. Or subversion, I guess, maybe is a better way to put it, right? How will that fare, right? If people go in thinking based on this trailer, because my impression, if I were going in without any of the other factors of what I've laid out for you, and I'm just like, this is a summertime fun romp. Boy meets girl type relationship comedy, or rom-com experience, I guess is a better way to term it. That would bring a lot of people in, right? But if you have a film that's more so a commentary on gender roles, I just don't, again, like I said, that's a very award-skewed focus. I just don't see how broad of an appeal that is. And if, again, it becomes less about the romp, maybe it could balance the two. If it works in complementary, and I'm open to social commentary, by the way, I am. It just has to be done well, and it has to be, I would say, generally hospitable. And I've seen plenty of examples where it hasn't been in other film fairs and streaming ventures and stuff like that. If you could balance the two, maybe that could boast an advantage. Because, again, like I said, this trailer has wonderful presence. It seems fun. I guess we'll see with Barbie. This is a bit better than the original teaser. There's more offered here to, I guess, again, like I was specifying, better engage with it. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below if you wish to disclose your perspective. Maybe your opinion's different from mine. Again, I'm open to either perspective, right? I'm curious to see how it'll do. I think there are, like I said, points of strength. I think now, in really judging it, the delivery in terms of the illustration is fantastic. It seems fun. The tone of it, again, just basing on this trailer, if this is like a rom-com summer experience with every Barbie around like, that you could possibly have, that seems attractive. The talents boast capabilities and name recognition. But I consider, again, what this film has been addressed to possibly be, and I just don't know. I don't know what to expect, right? Well, we'll see in time. I see points of strength. Like I said, I'm sure Warner Brothers would love a success here. We'll see in time. But based on this trailer, if I'm judging it just on this, I would say it seems like a fun, attractive watch. Streaming versus theatrical fare? I don't know yet. Maybe there's shades to it that are more theatrical, but it does have a bit of a vibe, like I said, but this is more a streaming movie. We'll see. We'll see with Barbie. I don't know yet. I still think perhaps it's going to be more so in like a middle ground type. Maybe it'll break even. I don't know. Maybe it'll do a little bit better than that. I just don't necessarily see the widest of appeal here. But maybe it'll be fun. Maybe it'll be rightly spoken of in a positive manner. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.